Sit. Good. So you always have him sit before you send him on the mat. He has to wait for your permission to go. And walk over with him when you send him there, and then say down. And then when he goes down without you helping him, good, he gets a reward, and you start the exercise. And you start off just simply holding onto the leash and maybe walking from side to side at first, doing something simple that he can handle. And then always from here, go back and good, give him a reward. Make sure that when you give him the reward, that you put it on the mat and that he waits. No, don't let him touch your hand. Good. He takes it off the mat, not out of your hand, because he needs to stay calm and relax when you're giving him that food. If he's trying to take it from you, touching your hand, trying to get it out of your hand, he's not going to be calm. He's going to be reactive, and it takes a lot of focus for him to stay calm when you're giving him the reward. Make sure he's taking it off the mat and not touching your hand. And then you can start walking around him like that. Good. Once you can handle that, if you're in a large space like this, you can drop the leash and walk farther away and reward him. Nope. Good. Make sure he waits. Don't give him the food unless he's really waiting till you put it on the mat. Walk farther behind him like this. And as long as he can turn around to look, but as long as he's not turning his body, that's okay. If he gets up at any time, good. If he gets up at any time, you say no, you pick up the leash. If he just stands up, you gently but firmly put him back. You step on the leash and he'll go back down. No reward. Go back and do what you did again. Get a success. If he leaves the mat, you say no. You take the leash, you step into him, get him, like step into him, get him next to you again, do your little left circle like this. Put him back to where you started. Step on that leash to put him back. Continue the exercise. No reward until he stays there. Every time, if he makes a mistake 3 times in a row, you just do that. He knows how this goes. He knows that you'll be here all day unless he does it the right way. Every time he makes a mistake, he'll kind of recalibrate and focus a little bit better, and he'll get it. Now, if he ever starts making a lot of mistakes in a row, then you know either he's had enough for the day and you need to go back, dial it back, and have some sort of little success so you end on a success and that's it for the day. Never end on a bunch of mistakes. Do something simple that you know he can do a couple times, end on a couple of good successes, or whatever you're doing is too hard for him to do, back it up and work your way back up to whatever that is that he's having a problem with. That's the way we got him to this point. He couldn't even stay down on the mat, so I just stood there just right here, and the longer he stayed down, good. I just gave him rewards and I backed up. At first he couldn't even stay there with me standing in front, and now you can see that because we did it gradually, he can handle all kinds of things. I can go anywhere I want. We're not in the yard, I can even go in the house and leave him alone here. If you're ever going to do something that's difficult for him to handle, you can remind him before you do it what you want him to keep doing. So before I go inside the house, I'm going to say down. I'm going to go inside here and close the door. Come back. Oh, he's there. Good. And since I have so far to walk, I'm going to say good over there, but also I'm going to say good. Always tie the reward with the word whenever possible. Good. So that when you don't have food and you say good and you pet him, he almost doesn't miss it at all. Later on, that's what you're going to be doing more and more of. Way less rewards, way more just good. Using like when you're calling him to come or whatever, using the target, but it's going to be empty, good, and he'll barely miss it. Because our goal is to phase the food out mostly. In a month or so, you want to phase the food out till you're almost not hardly using it at all.